That's a tap. Not a bad fish. I was gonna say eventually we're gonna get one of you buggers. Well, we finally got one. It's cold. This guy's about a pound, a little over a pound. Still in really good condition. Still pretty cold. We'll get a water temperature in a minute. Let's let this guy go. See you, buddy. So we're using two presentations today. One is the Crowbar. That's my Topwater. I got a lot of information about that on the site. It's a pretty versatile Topwater. So even though I don't really expect there to be a Topwater bite today, like that, freaking tank. That is something that we're gonna try. The other thing is I'm trying out these reaction tackle weighted Wacky hooks. Now this is not something that I will typically use, but with the wind today and the fact that the only fish I've caught in this pond have been out in about 10 to 8 foot, I wanted something that's gonna get down. The other thing is when you use a dinger, they have salt in them, they're scent in them, but there's not a lot. If you try to fish them weightless, they don't really have any action. By adding a weighted hook in the center of this is gonna pulse on the fall. And since largemouth bass rely on sound and vibration to feed and to eat, we have to do something to add a little bit of action to this bait. So let's re-rig. It's just that simple. 20-pound fluorocarbon, 40-pound braid, 7-pound Berkeley lightning rod. Let's get back to work. So we have some weather kind of coming in. Trying to fish in front of that. We're just gonna grind a little bit and see if we can work up some bass. We'll try that Topwater again. We'll keep throwing that around. On that last fish, right before that fish struck, I thought I felt a couple sticks or something. I ticked something near the bottom out here. So I don't know if there's a brush pile. There was a strike. Got about 2 feet of visibility. We have storms probably coming in and we have some wind and it's headed down in this direction. That's a better fish. Got some good head shakes on that one. Sure felt better. Yeah, that's a better fish. That's a better fish. Come here. Same kind of area here. Pound and a quarter. Yeah, cool. Starting to get into them a little bit. All right, so number 2, a little bit bigger, not a giant, but we got a couple of bites here in about 5 minutes. So we'll throw the dinger a little bit more until it gets completely chewed off. It's still pretty bright, even though there are storms over here. You can see they're headed this way. There's wind and everything, like you can feel it, like it's coming. So let's keep fishing until then. And then when this gets torn up, we'll throw a Senko on there and green pumpkin and see if we get any type of different reaction or what the sink rate is, if we notice a difference on that. Watch me get a strike. 60 degrees. Warmer than I thought. So this in here is so shallow and so sticky. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time here. 60 degrees, I mean, they could, never know. Kind of close to some of this cover. This is really shallow though. I mean, it looks really shallow. But the wind is blowing in. It's possible. Like that. You see how hard that fish just hit that? That is a freaking tank. Oh my gosh, my drag is not set right. Come here, holy, hold still. You see that freaking bass? That's a 4-pounder, dude. On the Crowbar. Dude, jeepers, criminy. Oh my gosh, right in the tongue. That's a monster. I knew they were in here like this, man. Holy cow. Shallowest part of the lake. That's about 18, 19. I bet this fish goes 3 3/4. Let's find out. Because I should have a tape. 18. I mean 19 if I pinch the tail. Look at that beauty. 3.8. Oh, I want to get another picture, but I gotta get her back so she's safe. Holy mackerel, dude. First big of season. There she goes. Yeah, give me a kick, darling. Give me a kick. The fish came out of 6 inches of water. Holy cow. I'm shaking. That fish demolished this. So the crowbar is a modification on a goat toad, which is my favorite topwater. It's very buoyant. I add some rattles. I add a float up front that I peg, and I do a 4/0 grip pin hook. And as you can see, that's why you throw it. This will be on hand all year. I mean, all year I'll be using this. Just sitting right here on this edge where this wind was blowing in, waiting to eat. I actually can't throw a stick bait right here because there's too much debris on the bottom. I hope that that strike was on tape. That was vicious, man. 60-degree water temp. Still pretty early for topwater, but man, that's why you try. That thing just slow rolled over his head, her head, and she hammered it. Kaboom. Thank you, God. That was a good one. Let's look deeper. Hooks are sharp. There's always blood. Try to get some numbers now. First cast, yeah. That's not bad. Upsizing, 1/4 pound and a half. We'll let that guy go right away. Just fine, yeah. We'll move it. I'm using the hook slot actually, so that there's less plastic in the way for my hook sets. That was a terrible cast. Maybe there's a fish there. So we've worked the top in this area, right to left. Now we're gonna look for bass that are deeper, like that guy, that weren't willing to come up. That's a nice bass. That's about our 4th on this reaction tackle stick bait combo. Nice. 1.25 pounds. Beautiful tail. Look at how gorgeous this fish is again. They are in just pristine condition. Look at the tail. Look at that. They're still cold, but they are in gorgeous shape. See you, bud. So he was right out here where all these reeds are laying down in this little drop off. Go ahead and move our hook again, and I'm just working around the hook slot in different spots. I do want it to fall horizontal. We're pretty dang close. Whoop! Oh shoot! Get out of there! Get out of there! I just lost my dinger because I snagged this reed on the cast. Let's try a Senko. So I'm sticking this weighted Wacky hook right below the egg sac, so close to dead center. Now this is fatter plastic than over here, so that should sink horizontal stuck like that, but you can feel how soft this plastic is compared to the dinger, but it's also heavier. I can feel it, that it's heavier in my hand. Yeah, here comes our weather. Come on, fishies, turn on. Somebody's got it. That was in close too. I saw him moving with it. The average fish that we're getting today. Now I've hooked your fin. Oh, I'm sorry. See ya. So these hooks are pretty nasty. I haven't missed a fish yet. So that's 2 on the Senko, several on the white dinger, and a mondo on the crowbar. Pretty good day for April. A little tappy tap. Come on, up and over. Oh boy, that makes the Senkos worth the price of admission. Ooh, he's spitting up. What is that, a leech? It is. There's black leeches in here. Good to know, thank you. Very interesting. Truth be told, this plastic is holding up just fine. There's one, there's, oh, jeez. Scared the crap out of me. There goes my Senko. So my bites have been further and fewer between. We're gonna go back to this smoke pearl laminate, 4-inch yum dinger. see if we notice a difference or if they've just kind of slowed down, but I wouldn't think that they've slowed down as the day continues to heat up and the storms continue to head this way. Through the hook slot right on the back of the egg sac, dead center. Oh, tap, tap, tap. That's a ka-chunk. That's a ka-chunk. Look at it down there in the water. Look at him. Yep. That's a little bit better fish. And we made a change, and that's our first cast. Still not as big as the one this morning, but as far as the stickbait bass we've been catching today, that's about where we've been at. Those Wacky hooks have performed great. Very pleased with those. Well, all things considered, we had a pretty good day. The weather held out for us. That was good, but it is moving in. The Crowbar got us one fish, but it was a monster. The weighted Wacky hooks were great. I had good luck with those. Caught a bunch of fish about this size. This is about 1.25 pounds. The white in here today with the overcast weather and the low visibility, you know, a couple feet of visibility, that was just the way to go. It was just more consistent. So all in all, a really good April day. Hey, tight lines and Godspeed, Patriots. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you in the next one. Later. Nice and supple. It's a nice supple braid. It's a very supple braid.